Hey everybody, I'm probably going to be making a lot of excuses this week because the thing I said about getting my life back together last week didn't really pan out quite right. I had a doctor's appointment a couple of days ago, and I haven't heard good news from a doctor since 2008, and this visit was no exception to that rule. See, part of the reason why I have an interesting life is because my genetics are just so completely screwed up that one of the first surgeons I talked to said I was too grossly deformed for him to want to operate on me at this stage in his career. But I got all that deformity cleared up. I had a pretty major jaw surgery in 2012, I think it was. And now, all I have left to deal with is the two missing teeth that are currently in my retainer, and if I don't wear it, I look like a reverse vampire, and it's kind of gross. And I was going to have a bone graft so that they could put those teeth in because I apparently don't have any bone where they're supposed to go. And that makes it kind of hard to drill a little hole in there and put a screw in it for some reason. But apparently my body decided to attack the bone graft instead of letting it go on its merry way and pretend to be part of my bone. So there's that. And then, of course, because there is no bone around them and braces have moved them around a whole bunch for 8 years or so, my two front teeth are all wiggly and loose, which means that, according to the latest doctor, if we tried to do a bone graft around them, the chances would be about 60-40 of it succeeding. And if it fails, then they'll fall out. And that isn't really something that I want to happen to me. And then, on top of all that, I have an infection in my face. And I'm on a course of antibiotics that are really screwing with my digestive system. But, I really shouldn't be all mopey and depressed about this because I gotta stay positive. But it sucks. And then there's the people who are like, oh, at least you don't have cancer, it could be worse. And that actually kind of only makes me feel less good about myself. Because the fact that somebody else out there is suffering more than you doesn't really make your suffering seem less bad to you. It doesn't make you feel any less sad. That'd be like getting hit by a car, and then somebody standing over you when you open your eyes being like, well, I guess you didn't get hit by a bus, that's good, right? No. So, basically everything sucks right now, and it's really hard to be all smiley and cheerful in a doctor's office when you feel like you're about to start crying. But hey, I'd hate to leave my adoring fans hanging, desperate for some sort of information about what's going on in my oh-so-interesting life. So, I'm complaining about it. In unrelated news, though, apparently on July 19th, there's a steampunk expo going on in Reno, and that is something that is so cool, and I love steampunk, and I really want to go there, so that's a good thing that's happening in my life right now. And I have to go to freshman orientation on the 10th and 11th, and some of my friends are going to be there because a lot of people from my school are going to the same college as me because, hey, it's like 40 minutes away and it's a really good school. So my life is pretty much a mixed bag right now. Some good, some bad, a little from column A, a little from column B. Long story short, I don't really have a lot to talk about. Crossing my fingers that by next week I actually have some sort of idea for a video that's not depressing as hell or just completely boring figured out. Between now and then, I will probably clean my room. Maybe I'll just make another video of my dog. Those seem to be going over quite well. I'll figure it out. Bye.